What's going on, world? DS1 Ross. We back here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Shout out to everybody who support the platform. Much love. Salute to the masculine mercenaries. One love to the madam mercenaries, man. And I appreciate everybody who supports Sheep Stay Sleep TV and me, DS1 Ross, man. So if you tuned in right now, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the like button on the way in. Make sure you hit the like button. After that, make sure you share the show. Share the show if you have a community tab anywhere on your social media, anywhere in your Discord. Share the show. Let's get the show out there, man. Let's keep this red pill message going. So after y'all do that, to support the show financially, CashApp $Sheep Stay Sleep TV. CashApp $Sheep Stay Sleep TV. You also could donate through the super chat. Leave your message and we'll get to it. All other donation links will be in the chat room. All other donation links will be in the chat room. You can hit the links at any time during the stream. I appreciate y'all. Salute to y'all, man. Y'all see the title. We're going to get right into it. We're going to get it right into it, man. Y'all see the title. The Layman, the Warrior, and the Priest. We're just going to talk about these three tonight, but y'all see the actual hierarchy, of a specific society. And what made me come up with this topic is I think a lot of men in this space really don't understand what they are. And this is not for me to just label nobody or say you're this or you're that. But I'm doing this show so in case you're not sure, this is like a guide. Like I said in my Finding Your Purpose series, where I discussed certain things you can do to find your purpose or to figure it out or to get you on that path, because little do we know, man. Little do we know, or we know, but little do we like to admit. For the most part, most people in society are lost. You know, this is something I understood a long time ago. This is why we have to heal before we build. This is why this has always been my stance since being on YouTube. This is what I promote. You see, as we can see, there's a lot of men in this space that are still shut in. And no matter how much they try to hide, like they're those niggas, certain people can see it. Certain people can see when people are putting on a front. Some people can see it, man. Some people have that gift to see. And I'm not talking about, you know, just see surface level shit, but see things that other people can't see and understand things that other people really don't understand. Because when you have that gift, that is not something you can read from a book. That is something that you're born with. You see? See, I've understood a long time ago that in order for black men to really operate as brothers, we have to heal first. We're not gonna operate as brothers getting bitches together. Cause you could get a bitch with any kind of nigga. You could get money with any kind of nigga. It has to be a spiritual connection. The word real gets thrown around in this sector very loosely. See, my concept of real is totally different from a lot of people. See? So a lot of guys in this space was able to hide who they were because a lot of other guys are hiding who they are. You see? This is how frauds are able to hide amongst other brothers because out of the whole group, only 5% of them is really standing on business. And that's the truth about this black manosphere shit. Only 5% of niggas is standing on business and always stood on business. The rest of you niggas was frauds from day one. That's why I came in. That's why when y'all first got introduced to me, it was what it was. And this is because brothers don't know who they are. So they come around other brothers and they they try to develop an identity while being amongst the group. So they take pieces off of every other guy's personality. This is what's going on around here. Dudes don't even know who they are. This is why it's so easy for a lot of the MGTOWs to be one dick suck away from being blue pill. Because these dudes, they don't even know who they are. They don't know who they are. They want a woman to tell them that they're a man. They want a woman to tell them they're a good person. They want a woman to tell them, you that nigga. That's why you see all these niggas turning. That's why. That's why it's so evident now. These dudes don't know who they are. And what they've been doing is they've been hiding behind these fucking pills. I'm red pill. I'm black pill. You got a bunch of fake niggas talking about they black pill now. Oh, I'm black pill. No, you're not. You just a fraud. So now, since you went through what you went through with women, and you don't want to heal from this shit, you'll just say fuck the world and become black pill. Like that's what being black pill is. You dudes done bastardized what black pill is. You got motherfuckers out here thinking being black pill with somebody who hate the world and who hate participating in it because of you niggas not knowing who you are. because you've lost yourself on the journey. And instead of you coming to this space to regain your life, that energy, for brothers to give you that motivation, to rekindle that fire within you. You came here lost sheep. You came here lost cause. And this is why you're here creating chaos. The black manosphere is your escape from reality, nigga. Since you're not accepted as being lame in real life, you try to come online and make it cool to be lame. See? I said a long time ago, when I first started doing, when I first joined the Masculine Mercenaries, I would tell y'all at the end of every show, we have to heal before we build, brothers. Because if we build without healing, we're going to destroy what we're trying to build. That's called a self-inflicted wound. How long are we going to continue to hurt ourselves, black men? But I don't think you niggas heard me. I don't think you niggas heard me, because that's what happened. That is what happened. You niggas still trying to build some shit without correcting what the fuck is going on first. This is why black men can't successfully create shit. Nigga, you have to address your emotional issues, nigga. Fuck you running from? Man, I ain't emotional. That's your problem. That's your problem. That's why the first time you and a brother get into a disagreement, you ready to pull your gun out and kill a nigga. Cause you got emotional issues, my brother, that you need to fucking check. See, I know I do too. But I don't get up here and act like I don't. And say I'm not emotional. This is passion. Nigga, passion is an emotion. We gonna see, it's time for all the capping to stop. All of it. Not just capping about getting bitches, not about capping about getting money. Everything, nigga. Everything. We gonna stop the fake bravado, all that shit. Cause it's fake. Because if niggas really want to do something, all that shit got to be addressed anyway. Because like I said, if we don't, niggas will come together and kill each other. That's what we'll do. Niggas start drinking and niggas start raising their voices, and next thing you know, niggas fighting. Next thing you know, guns is going off. Oh, so niggas don't need to address their emotional problems. Oh, they don't? We need to act like we don't have emotions? Oh no, nigga. Mm-mm. That's some female shit too. Ignoring shit that you know is right and fucking in front of you. That's some feminine shit too, nigga. And we gonna get into the topic. You see? We're going to address it all. You see? Because brothers need to start acting like who the fuck they really are. Act like who you really are. Be that nigga that the bitches know you in the background for being, nigga. That's the nigga you need to be when you come up here. If you're using the word real, if we using the word real, you can't be real and you ain't healed. You capping. You capping. Because the first person you got to be real with is yourself. So, nigga, if you know you emotionally unstable, why the fuck you come on YouTube and act like you're not? Hmm? Huh? Because see, the problem with black men and why we cannot successfully unify is not money. It's our perspective on ourselves. It's how we treat one another. And how we treat one another is based on how we see one another. So two emotionally unstable niggas meet up and go to a bar and have a drink and have a little disagreement. One brother could end up dead and in prison for the rest of his life, or both of them. And these niggas met up on some cool shit. Because niggas don't want to heal. Niggas don't want to do the real work. See? And based on that, you fall in between the first two categories of classes of men. You're either a layman or you're a warrior. But with that mentality, you can never be a priest. You can never be a part of the council if you're emotionally unstable and not willing to heal. You cannot be a part of the council. You can't be amongst the alchemists. See? But a lot of niggas running around here thinking because they got degrees that they could be amongst the priesthood. Mm-mm. You're a commoner. Let's get into some of the definitions. Let's get into the layman. And we gonna make the comparisons that these niggas like to use here in the black manosphere. A layman, a person without a profession or specialized knowledge in a particular subject. A non-expert, a enthusiast, a non-professional, a amateur, a non-specialist. Who could this be attributed to based on the definition? Pookie. 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 Just just off the sheer definition. And it even says a man in or on the street as a synonym. It says that. A non-specialist, a man in or on the street. These are called your laymen. And why are they called non-professionals? Because the paper, the degree, or the certificate proves to the government that you have specialized knowledge. You see? Because there's plenty of pookies that know shit in a particular subject, but being that they didn't go to school for it, they're considered non-professionals. See, we're gonna get into it tonight because I'm tired of these you know, egotistical brats in the black manosphere. You see? I'm tired of it. Because you got a bunch of bullshit in this space because things are not being set in place correctly by the correct people because niggas don't know who they are. You see? So this is why the quote unquote professional guys in this space talk shit about the layman, aka Pookie. Because Pookie didn't go to school to get the paperwork and a stamp, a seal to prove to everyone else that he has specialized knowledge, which is complete and utter bullshit. God bless the dead. My uncle knew how to fix cars and never went to school. Never went to an auto mechanic school. He ran his own motherfucking auto shop. God bless the dead, man. They killed my uncle in his own shop. My uncle got murdered. He knew how to fix cars. He was an artist. I'm talking about that could draw portraits, can sit you down, look at you, and draw you with a pen, pencil, pastel, anything. Never went to school. Dropped out of school. He would be considered a layman. I wouldn't consider him that, but based on a definition, he'll be considered a layman. But he had licensed professional mechanics working under him. You see? And there's a lot of brothers in this space who has specialized knowledge, but they're not considered professionals because they don't have the paperwork. And that is what the guys in this space is trying to use to solidify their point. We're talking shit about Pookie and saying that we're non-productive because that ties into the paperwork, which makes you a certified professional. See, without the paperwork, you can't convince anyone else that you're a professional. You see? And a lot of black men, they use that paperwork shit against a lot of black men who have specialized knowledge in a lot of things. But this is why I always say, if this is what you're great at and this is what you're supposed to do, just go get the paperwork. Just go get the paperwork. Not for bragging rights, but for business and insurance purposes. So somebody can't say, oh, he was a fraud. I did business with him. I looked him up. He didn't have this. He didn't have that. Kind of what happened, you know. Shout out to Grinch. Before I started my show, he was live and he was talking about a video that a dude put out about Kevin Samuels, where this dude actually went and looked Kevin up, and all the shit that he was saying he couldn't find. He couldn't substantiate. You see? So this is why I don't never tell brothers to not go and get the paperwork. Go get it. Fuck it. If you got the time, go get it. Cause like I said, it's for business and insurance purposes. So that is basically what a layman is. That is the definition of a layman. A person without professional or specialized knowledge in a particular subject, which is bullshit. And we just debunk that. The only thing that doesn't make you a professional is the fact that you don't have that paperwork. And when you get that paperwork, that shows and proves that you have the specialized knowledge. But why can't I go and teach myself and go out and do the work in the field myself and show that I have specialized knowledge by doing the work in the field and by doing the book work on my own? Why do I need you to say, good job, you completed this? I said you completed it and I signed off on it and I stamped it. So now that means you are certified and you are a professional. And a lot of black men know that that's bullshit. And this is why the brothers in the black manosphere who are the most successful are your quote unquote pookies. The guys who support the brothers the most in this space are ex Pookies and Ray Rays. The lames are not donating the most, even though they're quote unquote professionals. They're not donating the most money to this space, nor are they the most productive in this space. Content wise, production wise, of a show, anything on any level. But they love talking about Pookie, the layman. But the layman is doing the most in this space. A layman created this space. And we just going off the definition. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. If you tuned in, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the like button, man. Donate to the show. The donation links is in the chat room. Now let's go to the next one, the warrior. But before we get into it, I did um a pre-recorded video, and y'all could go check that out. Our warrior class is being killed off. And a subscriber of mine, and I didn't take it personal, because that's just that person's opinion, but I want to expound on it. They was like, because the video was about, you know, um, the young brothers that are being killed in the rap industry. And I'm not sure, and it doesn't matter, but the person said that they feel that those brothers were not warriors because they were rappers and they were promoting certain things, and they don't think that, they were on the forefront for what, basically. I think that was a person who probably was pro-black, or they just feel like being a rapper serves no purpose to young black men. And what I want to say to that is, for one, I don't agree with that, because if we want to go back in history, we used music, black men used music to be socio-politically active. You see? Okay. You don't hear it as much now in the music because that is not what the music business was promoting. They wasn't promoting consciousness, right? But if you go and you listen to the lives of these young men and the way they've impacted people, not through their music, but outside of their music, how much people love them, how much they homeboys talk about how, that brother took care of them. See, a lot of people don't really understand the concept of being a warrior, because when they hear black men speak about being warriors, the first thing they go to is being a social justice warrior on some pro-black shit. They're not actually thinking about us growing up in the jungle and us coming together and forming a bond and protecting one another and building with one another, crying and bleeding together to survive. And when somebody make it out, it's to come back and pull everybody else out. It's not to leave anybody on a battlefield. That's what Pop Smoke was doing. He was trying to bring his soldiers from off the fucking battlefield. If you stay in the jungle forever, you're bound to die. That's a warrior. A brave or experienced soldier or fighter, a serviceman. That is a synonym for a warrior, a serviceman. When you serve your brothers, when you protect your brothers, protection is a service. You see? Them brothers were warriors. Why you think they were killed? Forget the reason for it. When you hear FBG Duck and Pop Smoke, when you hear they homies talk about them, those are war stories. Those are stories of warriors. You hear that? So now we have both kings of drill rap murdered. Pop Smoke is the king of drill rap in New York. New York drill rap, Pop Smoke is the king. Because he took Bobby Schmurder's spot. Because Bobby went to jail. Pop Smoke is the king of New York drill. So anything behind that, you know what it is. Servicemen. That's how they look at Pop Smoke. He died for this shit. He died trying to get all his fellow servicemen, his fellow soldiers, his fellow brothers out the jungle. You see? You lames don't know nothing about that. Y'all don't know nothing about that. You see? See, we don't get a chance to fight the so-called enemy when we still fighting the enemy within. That's why the hood is a jungle. It's a war zone because everybody's at war with each other because everybody's at war within themselves. So you got to be a warrior because you have to overcome the war within yourself simultaneously while trying to stay alive and overcome the war that's going outside your door. So you fighting between both worlds. See, some of y'all may not agree with none of this because y'all don't understand it. You got to be there to understand it. You see? Warriors. A lot of people say, oh, the drill rap is violent. How you going to be a warrior if you're not willing to, you know? First, you got to have the spirit of a warrior. That's why I says you got to be brave. You got to be brave. And this is why a lot of y'all are opposed to brotherhood. Because y'all are not brave. Because y'all afraid to die for something. And that's what FBG Duck died for. Died for something. Not only did he die for something, but he died trying to get out. He took care of all his homies. All his friends are good. They're good, just like Nipsey. because he provided a way for his soldiers to eat. See? Because a real soldier won't let his fellow soldiers starve because we are a service to one another. Now let's get to the last one and we're going to wrap it up, man. Y'all hit the links, man. Cash App $ Sheep Stay Sleep TV. Cash App $ Sheep Stay Sleep TV, man. Hit the links in the chat. Hit the links. If you can't hit the links, hit the like button. Before I get into the last one, I need y'all to hit the links. Shout out to the bishop for hitting the Cash App. I appreciate you. He says support and double M. Appreciate you, man. Cash App $ Sheep Stay Sleep TV, y'all. Hit the links. Hit the links, y'all. Y'all want me to finish this last? Y'all want me to get into the priest? Y'all hit the links, man. Shout out to the Madam Mercenary. I appreciate you, Kendra. She said powerful message. Appreciate you. Shout out to BK Hammer. Salute, bro. Appreciate it. Hit the links, y'all. Yeah, the is in the chat room, Dusty. It's the Streamlabs link. It's in the chat room. Yeah, the PayPal link is in the chat room too, Lightbearer. It's the Streamlabs link. Here it is right here. I'm gonna post it on the screen. There you go. That's the PayPal link right there. I appreciate it. So now let's get into the priest. The priest. Now you got a lot of dudes that's running around, you know, thinking that they're high value men. You know, you got this thing running around this space of high value men. What are high value men? But see, in the big scheme of things, the high value men are the priest, your priesthood, and your warriors. Your priesthood and your warriors. See, those are bigger than the merchants, the business guys, the guys who specialize in money. In the Bible, they're called the Pharisees. These were your merchants. Today, they're charlatans trying to teach people how to be high value men when all he's doing is teaching you to be a commoner. You see? Because the high value men are the men who possess the intellectual faculties, the spiritual faculties. Appreciate you, Dusty. See? The men who are willing to risk their lives are the high value men in societies. Not the nigga that's coming to your house with a briefcase telling you to fill out these tax forms like Paul used to do in the Bible. Then when he stopped doing that, he started beating those people up. And bombing on those people. The Pharisees, your charlatans. Shout out to Tone Malone. Appreciate you. You see? See, what's being spoken on as far as being high value men are, for one, women don't even want those kind of men. That's number one. Based on that definition. If you want to know if you a high value man, ask yourself what you are based on that thumbnail. Based on this stream, are you a layman? Are you a warrior? Are you a priest? Which one are you out of these three? That'll determine if you a high value man. You see? And we should be able to see this through your content. We should be able to hear this in your content. You shouldn't just be saying it. See, because based on your skill set is where you lie in these. Are you a guy who are more driven toward hard skills or soft skills? See, if you a hard skill kind of guy, you're either a warrior or a layman, or you could be a merchant. See, I didn't get into all of those. I just kept it on these three. You see? So you got when you hear the pro blacks talking about we need to rebuild the system and do all of that. How do you do that if you don't understand how to classify men? Because the classifications of men is what built societies. The goddamn priests didn't build the fucking pyramids. You see? If you're in the clergy, you you ain't outside laying bricks. You see? If you good with your hands, you an industrial kind of guy. Blue collar, layman, commoner. Y'all are the builders, but y'all are not the architect. You just lay bricks, nigga. You didn't write the floor plan to the building. You didn't create the computer program, nigga. You just know how to use it. Understand who you are. See? If you are, shout out to Mr. Greasy. Appreciate you. If you're a guy that leans more toward having soft skills, you're gonna be a clergy person. You're gonna be up in the priesthood. Not saying you have to be a priest. What do you think the administrative department is? Administrators. That's clergy. Where you have to have interpersonal skills. You have to be able to talk to people. You have to be able to relate to people. You got niggas on here that could fix your toilet that's telling you, like, dude, teach me how to fix a toilet. Stop trying to be Play-Doh, nigga. All right? You're not a politician. You're a truck driver. Drive your truck. All right, nigga? Politics is not your strength. Because if it was, you would have went that route in your life. See, when you start asking these dudes, well, if that's what you are, then why didn't you pursue that? Now what's their excuse? Since you're a politician, why didn't you pursue politics? Appreciate it, Light Bearer. See? See, this is how brotherhoods are properly formed. This is what I love about, this is the good part about religion, which ties into the priesthood. In Islam, because my family is in the nation, they name you based on an attribute. You get a name based on one of your dominant attributes. Your first, your middle, and last name, well, not your last name, but your first and middle name are attributes about yourself. This is why you have to be careful on who you name, how you name your children, because their names come with energies. See, if you was into this type of stuff, if this is your cup of tea, I'm not talking about dibbling dabbling. I'm talking about this is what you're immersed in, and we'll be able to tell through your content. See, the veil has been lifted. It's over. The capping is over. It's over. I hope you dudes understand that now. Cause ain't nobody exempt. Cause this is the kind of energy we in. Everybody getting exposed. If you cap, then you gonna get exposed for being something that you're not. Superimposing yourself, and you're not that person. It's gonna come out. I'm gonna just use this example, and then I'm gonna get back to my point. But your man Mano, hustle hard Mano, gangster Mano from Brooklyn. You think Mano's a super gangster? A dude just did a podcast, and he's getting ready to put the paperwork out on Mano being a rat. And that all that jail time he was talking he did, he told on his co-defendant. His co-defendant is getting ready to come out and start doing podcasts and send niggas the paperwork of him being a rat. For all these years, even dudes in Brooklyn, dudes my age, because you know Mano older than me. I grew up listening to Mano. We thought he was a real solid dude. This is why I said this whole real shit in this space get thrown around too loosely too. Because being real is just being yourself. And a lot of dudes don't know how to be themselves. They don't even know how because they're afraid to. They're afraid to. See, a priest in the priesthood, you're dealing with esoteric knowledge and exoteric knowledge in the priesthood. When you're dealing with exoteric knowledge, you're dealing with religion. These are your pastors. This is your priesthood, your pastors, your bishops. But all of that has to do with religion, which is the exoteric part of the priesthood. Exoteric is religion, which is based on the outer world, where religion is basically a practice where basically a way of life they give you to practice on how to feel like you're being spiritual. That's basically what religion is. That's why you pray over and over again. You do this over it. It's re. You got to keep doing it. Because you constantly want that reconnection with God. You want that reconnection with the universe. And the way you do that is through religious practices. Because some people can never grasp the aspect of or the esoteric side of religion, which is spirituality. You see? And that is the other part of the priesthood, the esoteric. That's where you get the alchemist. You see? When you can take different elements and put them together and create things. Like how you can take earth, water, and fire and get a motherfucking blunt. That was some real pooky shit, but hey, the truth is simplicity, and simplicity is truth. But that's alchemy, baby. That's alchemy all day. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, nameless. That's alchemy. Yeah, somebody tell me that ain't alchemy though. You know, but that is, that is the other side of the priesthood. Cause and I had to make that clear because a lot of times when people hear priest, the first thing they think of, oh, he talking about those Catholic priests. No, I'm not talking about, religion, but religion is a part of the priesthood. But everyone who is a part of the priesthood is not in religion. They're not part of the religious part of it. Shout out to Gold Professor. I appreciate you. Peace, God. He say supporting the channel. You know, if y'all ever heard of a back when all of the whole conspiracy community hit YouTube, It was a guy, well-known guy named Jordan Maxwell. I used to watch all his shit. I ain't gonna front. When I first started watching Jordan Maxwell, that white boy used to scare me. But and that is because later on, when Jordan Maxwell got exposed, he actually was a clergyman. Well, not him, but I think if not his grandfather, his great grandfather was a clergyman of a secret society. And Jordan Maxwell had to get up from out of the public eye because people found out who he was, and he was saying a lot of things that people thought was secret, but he was allowed to say because he was basically put there, just like Alex Jones and a lot of your other conspiracy guys, you know. So y'all gotta be careful, when deciphering certain things, you know. Yeah, they do forget that, Nameless. They do forget that. They forget that a lot. That religion and spirituality are fraternal twins. Yes. Oh, that's why. Yeah, yeah, yeah. A lot of and see a lot of dudes who was in the streets and always knew who they were. They always had a path. They always had a path. They always had a path. And that's crazy. Look how you ended up here. Which shows where your mind was at, even when you was outside on the block. Your mind was always somewhere else, and you always saw yourself being somewhere else. AM was talking about that earlier. How you think things into existence. Everything starts with a thought. For real. But I definitely wanted to come tonight and drop this on y'all, man. And drop this on y'all brothers. To give y'all brothers a guide as always, man. Cause you know, that's what I'm here for. It's not for me to tell a brother who he is, but to help him find that within himself. That is our job as brothers, man, is to help each other. And my job is to help brothers in my way. And every brother in this space should be helping brothers in their own capacity. There's no competition. There's no I help more brothers than you. There is no I did this for this brother. What did you do for him shit? That's bitch shit. No, we are our own agency. So the brothers you could help in your capacity, you help them. And if you can't, send them to a brother that you know that could help them with their issue. Because we are our own agency. You see? So if I got a brother that's hitting me up like, yo, DS1, I I I need somebody to check my computer, my motherboard and my computer. I'm not the nigga to do that. I might hit Valdez up like, yo, bro, I got some bread for you. You know what I'm saying? My man, he needs you to look at his motherboard. He'll tell you this, that, and the third. You see what I'm saying? And not saying that that's all that brother could do, but I know who I can direct him to because I know he play with that computer hardware. He know how to fix shit. And if he can't totally rectify the situation, he gonna pass it off to another brother. This is what it's about. This is what it's about. And I would expect brothers to do the same thing with me. If you know what I specialize in, send a brother my way, man. This is what agency is. What do you think the women are doing behind the scenes? You think they're not exchanging notes? Hmm? Why do you think they have such a large impact in this space right now? Because they're doing exactly what I just gave an example of. Where they got whole little crews of chicks that do shit. Like, yeah, we gonna be the crew that talk about this. They know what they doing. We need organization, brothers. Brothers need to be put in their proper places. And that's not to sun anybody. That is how proper things are ran. That's order. See, it's chaos in this space because the men are not in order. The men are not in order. And you have to be in order based on your skill set and your purpose for being in this space. So shout out to y'all, man. I definitely want to come and lay that on y'all brothers, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. Definitely. Exactly, Nameless. Exactly. Exactly. That is a fact. That's what I was when I was arguing with when me and Zero got into it on Cuda shit when he kept talking about that feminism shit, and I was just telling him that feminism is only female agency. That's all it is. That's all it is. It's just that fucking simple. You could sit there and break down every nook and cranny, but let's get down to the root of it. The root of it is feminism is female agency. When the fuck is black men gonna get them some agency? That's what we need to be talking about. And how do we do that? That's what we need to be talking about. That's the important part. Since you're such a scientist, what's up? Can we see some hypothesis? What the fuck is up? And this is why I did this. Which one are you? Which one are you? I'm not gonna judge you. You decide which one are you. You decide. So shout out to y'all. Much love to everybody that's tuned in, man. If you just tuning in, make sure you hit the like button. If you haven't yet, make sure you hit the like button. Yes, sir. I'm gonna put that up there. Shout out to y'all. I appreciate y'all, man. Shout out to everybody who hit the super chat. Shout out to Gold Professor again. He say our agency begins here on this channel. Salute, bro. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, man. That was some real shit, man. That was some real shit, bro. I appreciate that, brother. I really appreciate that, man. And definitely shout out to Dr. T. Hassan Johnson and Tommy Curry. Definitely. Definitely, man. So salute to y'all once again, man. Shout out to everybody who hit the Cash App. Shout out to everybody who hit the Super Chat. And I appreciate everybody for tuning in tonight, man. I appreciate everybody that's tuned in. Salute to the masculine mercenaries, man. Salute. Salute to my brothers, man. You know I'ma hold the line. Know I'ma hold the line. That's all I was taught how to do. Appreciate you, fam. He say just enter in the building. You gotta catch the playback, family. But I appreciate y'all. Once again, shout out to the masculine mercenaries. One love to the madam mercenaries. We appreciate y'all. We appreciate the lionesses. We appreciate y'all. We want to let that be known. The real men appreciate real women. We appreciate the women that's trying to be better, that's willing to heal. See? We don't uphold the strag and the hyena because those are women who have refused to heal. And over here, it's about we got to heal before we build. Because if we continue to build and not heal, we will continue to destroy what we are trying to build, brothers. Because we are our own agency. We are our own agency, black men. So I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Salute to everybody who tuned in. And I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Peace.